Here we go. Hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining in. Good to see you all. This is the David Astle hardest crossword of the week. Notorious wordsmith. We're going to try to solve it in the next 2 hours before I have to go to bed. I'm going to try my best to do it on my own. This usually takes a while, and I've decided I might let people help me so that we can speed things along. Let's make it happen. No theme this week. He only does them once a month. Veggie cooker keeps hot for composer. Eating the first lot. Eating the first lot. Okay, so this ellipsis, by the way, that you see between the two clues, that doesn't mean anything other than it's a way to connect the two clues so that the clues are a complete sentence, so that they make sense. Veggie cooker keeps hot for composer eating the first lot. That makes a complete sentence, but they have nothing to do with each other usually. Sometimes they do. In this case, they might. Who knows? Drive off agent, less fashionable one, down dresser. Verify unlimited data. Well, need a 10 across for that. King leaves to view throne. First instinct is that we just need a word for view, and then we take king out of it, and then you get a throw. It's exactly what it is. To view is to look. If you take the K off the end of look, you get loo, which means toilet or throne. We're off, yes. And early on, too. Hallelujah. Strengthen an injured leg. Lots of possibilities here. Strengthen could be the literal, could be an anagram of leg. In seconds, that could be just an S, could be to put N, which is the second letter of in, and then artificial skin could be A and L. Of course, it could be a completely different direction. Monitor, perhaps. Lost face. When I see monitor, my instinct tells me that he means lizard, because why would it be the most obvious one? Could be screen. To monitor something could just be to watch, but it's monitor perhaps, which makes me think a kind of monitor is a kind of this thing, so I think lizard. Lost face, take the L off, you get Izard. Injecting twisted? Is there a genius? Is there a famous mad scientist or something? Counter's done for table, regularly attracting American high flyer. An American high flyer. This could be United. It's not going to be American Airlines. Delta, Southwest. I think attracting might actually mean just connecting it to an American. Could just be US, could just be a high flyer, could be anything. Could be so many things. Diminished climax to fuel affair in 1954. This is going to expose my history ignorance. Diminished climax. A climax is a peak. Diminished could just mean it's P, and then fuel is gas or oil. It's another word for climax. Sorry, it's not going to be that. I wish I was smarter and more worldly. Sort of footy pointer. I think this is going to be a sort of footy. It's going to be one of the abbreviations for one of the codes. But a sort of footy could be AFL, NRL, minor buzz derived from the rap dancing to break ice. Just sounds like an old man trying to describe when he sees kids breakdancing or something. The rap dancing. If you see someone doing a shuffle or watches a TikTok video, he's like, the rap dancing. Misfit beginning. What's a phrase? It means beginning. You're like starting out. It's not that. No. To sign in or sign name's initial. I think this will be a phrase that means to sign in, like to log on. That's exactly what it is. Or sign name's initial. That's well clued. The sign is a logo, and then name's initial is just the N, and then you get log on, which is to sign in, or sign name's initial. Nicely phrased. Premier pockets, $1,000. $1,000 is probably going to be G. If it were 1,000, I'd say it was M, could even be K, but $1,000, that's a grand, so that's a G. Sometimes the abbreviations make you sound like an Italian mobster. That's a G. If it is G, what does that mean? Major telco. All I can think of that's 5 letters is Optus. I suspect it will be an Australian telco, so boozer. What's a boozer? A wino. What's $5 going to be? I suspect he's just using the number, so it's a V. To support church. So does that mean it starts with church? That's another thing he loves to do, is he'll clue the second half of the clue first. So he'll give you everything that comes at the end, and then he'll be, oh, by the way, the first two letters are C and H. So I think it's a phrase for just quietly, which will hopefully come to me later. December occasion provides pick-me-up. December occasion. Christmas? No, it's a container clue. Provides is the indicator there. Hidden within December and occasion is Baraka, which is a pick-me-up. December occasion. Beautiful. They're just nice. They're so satisfying. Rare ability to charm. So for all our foreign correspondents, NT and WA, there's states and territories in Australia. NT is the Northern Territory. Very well named. You'll never guess, but it's in the north and it's a territory. Western Australia, on the other hand, by contrast, is in the west. In fact, it's pretty much the entire western third of the country. And it's on the west of Australia, so it's called Western Australia. Is this going to be a place in WA? Could be a skill or an art. A word for charm, but you take the NT out of it. And then you get a place in WA. Are you posting spoilers in the chat? I'm too afraid to look. I want to chat with you all, but if I see an answer, I'll be very upset. What do we have here? His. What do we have here? His. Already I feel like I know where it's going. I just can't piece it together yet, but something about his style where I'm just like, okay, I think I know what's going to happen as soon as I get more clues than just what he's given me. Films, movies, essentially does flicks. I wonder if films is going to be skins again. Last time we talked about skins, it was layers. Movies, essentially, could be VI, does flicks. No, there we go, it's an anagram, it is films. Essentially movies is VI, because that's the middle of the word movies. And then if you flick the word does, you get dios, and you get videos, films. That's nice. Films, movies, flicks. Good word choices all the way. Want line revised as expressed by Milton. Oh, is Milton the road less traveled guy? What's a 3-5 that want line can turn into? And here's where my literature ignorance is going to be exposed. I think it is literature or poetry or something, but tore linen, law in it. Yeah, it's just going to be an anagram. Who's Milton? I wish I knew things. I know some things. They don't feel like important things. Then again, if I knew who Milton was, maybe I would think that was worthless too. This could be a famous poet. Could be a famous rat bag, you never know. Bed could be cot, rat bag could be R&T. R&T climbing could be T and R. That climbs into bed and then to a maze could be to stun. And then you get a poet. And I'm sure it will be great when we do. Who's a constructor? Noah. He built a thing. Ceiling constructor. Is constructor going to be DA in this? Because he's the setter. Is it a kind of pool, like an above ground? Is it a kind of pool like snooker? Now, active payback succeeding to ruin peace. What are the possibilities here? Active could be on, payback could be the letter Y, succeeding to winning, succeeding to, ruin peace. Ruin peace could be an anagram of peace. But I don't think so. Peace might be the literal, or to ruin peace, to disrupt, to be noisy. Pine for song about, is this going to be pineful? As a verb, this is going to be a kind of tree. Now, song could be an air, gold could be AU, carbon would be C, and argon. Argon, is that AR? It's not AG. I don't know the chemical symbol for argon. If it is just chemical symbols, we have A, U, C, A, R is 5. We need a 4-letter word for a song. And there's lots of possibilities there. Strange setup. Held off exhibition of 23 down. Alright, hold your horses, I'll get there. Several, feeling edgy, losing. Okay, I'm already starting to lose my mind reading gibberish. It rots your brain, I swear. Nothing I read now makes sense. When I go from one of these and I try to sit down and read a book, you're just deconstructing words. You're like, oh no, they mean everything literally. Just read it literally. When hesitation disrupts suggests that ER, let's say hesitation, will disrupt. Which word though? And then the literal would be several. Many? No idea. Spoils notes, bleary after party. Bleary after party. That makes me think hungover. Although I think spoils is going to be the literal. Oh, that kind of spoils. Here we go. A party is a do, and then if you make the word notes bleary afterwards, you get TES and then ON. And then spoils means dotes on. It doesn't mean ruin in the sense of breaking. It means spoils like you spoil a child. Nice. Virginia finds sticker in short curtain. Is it going to be wolf? I'm wondering if there's a word for a short curtain. Is that a thing? They mean curtain like a curtain call? Is that one of those old-timey things? Is that a bit of furniture that's antiquated? We don't use it anymore. A curtain that for some reason only comes halfway down to your waist. You have beds, but you also have divans. You have to realize that a divan is something distinct from a bed. If it is Virginia the state, that'll be VA. What's a sticker? A pin? Sunny shot. No. Spunk to play uke. Spunk. Moxie? He's gonna mean it in the sense of chutzpah. Strum? To play uke? If you play the uke, you strum it. Pluck. You pluck a uke, you don't strum it. Spunk. Pluck. If someone's plucky, then they've got spunk. Pretty certain that's what that is. Let's have another quick look here. Exhibition of pluck. I think that might be the literal. So an exhibition of pluck is going to be showing your moxie. Is that going to be expo? I don't know how that'll fit in though, because I'm pretty sure it'll be an ing. Exhibition of pluck is going to be, is this a more cryptic meaning of an exhibition of pluck? Is he talking about a guitar concert? That's alright. I am going to move to looking at these cross clues, because we got a whole bunch of starting letters here. Thank you, Baraka. It's a veggie cooker. Keeps hot for composer. Oh, that's cute. A veggie is a beet, and a cooker is an oven, and it keeps hot, which is just H. That's what it says on your taps. H and C. And you get a composer. Beethoven. Very cute. Drive off agent, needing cadre to help. What is an agent? A real estate agent? What are they called? Leeches, vampires, wastes of flesh and organs, oxygen thieves. None of those have 5 letters. To drive off. To drive off is to repel. An agent is a rep. There it is. So your cadre must be your inner sanctum? Like, it's got to be a word that refers to the insides, because the EL will come from the middle letters of help. So I guess that's what cadre means. Good. 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 Slow and steady, climb the ladder. Is this going to be a phrase like a Debbie Downer? So a less fashionable one is a down dresser, a droopy drawers. Unlimited data, that could be AT. In meeting 10 o'clock. We just came from there, and it was hard. Artificial skin, if that's AL. If that starts with an A, the song could be an air. Sort of footy. Oh, wasn't an abbreviation. Tip footy. The beginning of something is the starting point. Premiere could be the top thing. Pockets of ground. 1,000 here I think is going to be K, actually. If it is a major telco, hang on, to support a major telco, is this going to be something about phone technology? Oh, it's not a provider. It's a telephone company, but it's not a communications provider. This has got to be Nokia. Premiere is going to be number 1. NOI. And that pockets the K, and then it supports A. And in this case, support means the opposite of what it normally does in the down clues. To support A, and then you get a major telco, that's Nokia. Or Nokia. I found out maybe 6 months ago that no country I've been to pronounces Ikea properly. That's how the Swedish say it. Ikea. On Australian ads, it's IKEA. How do Americans do it? They do it wrong too. Everybody's got their own way to say it, but it becomes the standard. But it's Ikea. It blew my tiny mind. Why don't we just do it the way the Swedish do? It's a Swedish company. Ikea. It's more fun. We can all just say, hey, we're going to go to Ikea instead of IKEA. IKEA. Ugh. What do we have here? Highs. It's not his, it's highs. Yeah, hello, hello. What do we have here? Two highs. Hello and hello. And that gives you a phrase that famously means, ooh, what do we have here? I knew that was going to be beautiful. Just something about the way he expressed it. I was like, hello, we got something fun happening here. Very nice. Rare ability to charm. This is a place in WA, I'm pretty sure. Esperance. I think that's spelled. Don't know why. Ability to charm. What can we grasp at? To take NT out of something and get a place in WA? Is it going to be a kind of charm? Like, maybe if I do the Goran Vincent D'Onofrio head turn, that'll help. I can't see why yet, but I think that's what it is. If it is, what is this? In meeting 10. Why do I keep doing that to myself? Oh, look at this. Oh, is it going to be a new... Oh, hello. Is that new Latin? I can't wait to find out what that's all about. Did Milton come up with the new Latin? This is looking more and more like it's going to be a down something. How can we connect these two? How can we reverse engineer both of them? Unlimited data must be AT. Is it going to be verify? And if so, what verb fits that pattern? I can see carbonara. Carbonorama. Carbonorama. You know, when there's like heaps of carbon around, losing momentum. It's not deflect. Good, because I had no reason for thinking that other than it fit. Counters. An abacus. Calculator. They're counters. Actuaries. Accountants. They're counters. Adders. Adders done for table. Regularly attracting American high flyer. Is it just going to be a high flyer that ends in US? It is. Yeah. That's a good reference. Now let me justify it. Attracting American means it did end in US. Table regularly is the AL. If you're done, you're dead. Counter that, spell it backwards, and you get Dade. And then you get Daedalus, a high flyer. From the famous story of Daedalus and Icarus. Icarus was the one who flew too close to the sun. They never talk about the fact that Daedalus worked out how to fly in the first place. Like Icarus, he's the parable. He's the warning. But no one ever says, be more like Daedalus. They should do that. Oh, that was just... that was really good. I loved doing that. I want to just bask in it for a minute. What a fun clue. Because it was so baffling from the get-go. Once you get those two letters, you just take a gamble on that US and then, it's like a hug. Beautiful clue. When hesitation disrupts. Ooh, we got a U there, so maybe the hesitation that disrupts is the sorry. Several. That could be number. Several could be numerous. If you're feeling edgy, like you're anxious, it's got some of the letters we want. What's a four-letter song? What kind of pine trees do I know? I know of the Norfolk pine. Dad had one in the backyard. What are the Christmas trees called? Tannenbaum. Is that the kind of tree it is, though? Aren't they linden trees? What are Christmas trees? They're pine trees, but a specific kind. It's a song that ends in A. The only word for song I can think of is air. Is this some roundabout reference to the Argonauts that I won't understand? Because it could be yearn. I think I'm getting colder here. Break ice. 6-letter word, second letter H. You slice cheese? Yeah, we're going to break the ice, so we're going to slice some cheese. The phrase itself comes from how you start a party. You got to break ice to put in your drinks, right? I thought that was where it was derived from. Or is it more metaphorical? I genuinely haven't considered it consciously until now, but that thought has always inhabited me. That it was in a very literal sense. To start a party, you literally break ice so you can put it in your drink. And I'm not going to look it up because I prefer that. What's a minor buzz? A hum? Is rap dancing going to be an anagram of rap? Or the rap dancing? Is minor buzz the literal? Is it going to be a thrum or throb? I've spent enough time on that. Still not certain about Esperance. It must be, surely. Rare ability is ESP. Rare doesn't really sell it, because ESP isn't an actual ability. No, nobody has it. But let's say that's what it is. And then to charm, what's it? I'm doing the Gorin head again. It's just because it's a down clue. Where do we take NT out of that? Entrance. To charm is to entrance, it's Esperance. Okay, I got it. Rare ability is ESP. To charm is to entrance, and you take NT out of that, and you get Esperance. Oh, goodness gracious me. Wouldn't have mattered. Wasn't a cross letter. Still, it's good to know. If it is unlimited data, and it's an AT, it can only go there. So it's a verb that means verify. That's what it is. Why is it? Well, 10 across is part of the Cryptics, so now I have no idea how that works. But it's corroborate. There's your unlimited data. And then the third of credit is just the letter E because it's the third letter of the word credit. How do you get corrobore from what's up here? I can see corroborate coming out of that. Corroborate, isn't that indigenous dance, right? That's tribal. What's the word I'm looking for? I want to say function, but that just sounds so white. Ceremony, I guess. Around fire, make a lot of music, a lot of dancing, tell stories, dreamtime stuff. Corroborate. What's that got to do with less? Refuse to clothe. Wait. So wait, is corrobore going to be a word that's complete? Because even then, and then in a meeting, if corrobore is the meeting, not corroboree, then what it's saying is in a meeting 10 across, meaning this is going to be down under, meaning Australia. Less fashionable, is that a downer? Or, wait, dowd? Is that dowd, like dowdy? To clothe sister is exactly what's happening. We're at N-U-N there. So your sister is being clothed by a dowder. Less fashionable, does that mean dowdier? And one is refused. Dowdier. Take the I out of that. One refused. You get dowder. It clothes sister. What a convoluted way to clue that. There's so many working parts. Wow. How long was that? Oh, man. I feel like I just blacked out doing these two clues. Just head down and let the cogs turn until it all falls into place. What a trip. I just got to see what these are now. The constructor is DA. Alright, I think this is a tidal pool. Plastered means drunk or lit. Send that over, then you get TIL. And it seals constructor as in traps constructor inside it. And you get a tidal pool. That's good. Corrobore. I always thought it was corroboree. I don't know enough about indigenous culture, and I wish I did. Is this actually going to connect to the first clue? Does it have anything to do with Beethoven? Eating the first... Oh man, I wonder if the first is referring to that tea. If it is, I'll be very disappointed in you, David Astle. Taking a page out of NS's book. What name would fit there if it is a famous poet? Bruce? Can't see anything but Bruce now. Is there a famous Bruce? Bruce sounds like a very Australian name. Would it be an Australian poet? What is a rat bag? You know, a rat? A scallywag? Impudent ruffian? What's to amaze? Is to stun? What if bed is on the outside and that's how we get the B? And then there's an ED in there? And then a rat bag is 3 letters. A cur. A rat bag could be a cur. And then you get bed there, and then to amaze? What, to wow? It's a 3-letter word for amaze. I wish I knew who this poet was. To shock, to stun, to wow, to awe? Is it Bruce Dorr? Is he a poet? Probably. Monitor, perhaps. Lizard. It's a lizard. Has to be a lizard. It's what fits. Lost face. Injecting. I-Z-A. Twisted lizard. Lizarded. Lizardry. Lizardry. Eating. Biting. It's a lot. Well, does this have anything to do with Beethoven? Active, payback. Is it a word for peace? And then active is on, and then payback is the Y, and then succeeding to ruin. What's to ruin? To mar? Oh, here we go. Yeah, to ruin is to harm. Active is on, payback is Y, and then to ruin is to harm, and then you get harmony, which is peace. So, well, this has to be bitch, obviously. Can that be anything but a C? Wait, it does connect to the first clue. Another composer. So this clue on its own is actually composer eating the first lot. So the first is indeed T, and your composer is Bach, and you get batch, and that's a lot. And lizardry. It has to be lizardry. Monitor, perhaps. I can't see anything else. Lost face is L. Learn the rest of it. What happened in 1954? What wars were happening at the time? It's the Cold War's on, right? I know more about ancient Rome than I do about the 50s. An exhibition of pluck could be showing off, braving, stepping to, warming to. Strange set. Beginning could be to shove off, like if you're starting a sea voyage. Is there anything else in that vein? What's the beginning of a theatre show? It's curtains up. Musical overture. No, I am stumped. Losing my mojo here. What's that? Nervous? Losing heart. Is that going to be numerous then? If edgy is nervous, what's the heart of it though? Feeling edgy could be nervous, but then we could only get the N and the S from it. And hesitation disrupts would have to be could just be the V. And then UM is, yeah, that's what it is. Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm glad I'm writing it out. There's too many ways for hesitation to be clued. It is just nervous. The heart of it is just the V. If you take that out and you put UM in, you get numerous, which I guess means several. Oh, good. So now we know it's an out or an off, which was what I thought anyway, so that's no help. A misfit is something youth. Is this going to be one of those clues where you split the words in a different place and then it's pronounced different? It's something toff. If it ends in a T, then you get a toff. But a toff is like a posh git. What if it's a lout? Butyl out. Beginning. No. It's not out or off. It's square one. A misfit is a square one. He doesn't mean it like a troubled youth. He just means someone who doesn't fit in. And the beginning point is square one. It's great. Very nice. So does that mean that gold, carbon, and argon, if gold is AU, carbon is C, song could be an aria, but the R would have to go there? Araucaria. Is that a thing? What if break ice is something pressed cheeks, like when you kiss hello? I think this is going to be a tree that I don't know. I haven't looked at this for a while. Oh, just quietly. Here we go. We got a 5-letter word, starts with S, ends in O. So just quietly is going to be sotto voce. I thought that might be the case because also was going to be 2. And it pockets 5, but that's just a V. Roman numerals, the dollars is a red herring. And then a boozer is a sot. And then your church is the Church of England, which is abbreviated to CE, and you get a sotto voce. If that's an O, what's a sticker? Is it a pin? Oh, we're so close, and it's only 90 minutes. I'm going to be stuck on these for the next half hour, though, I know it. What is a short curtain? If Virginia is VA, if it is VA, then that ends in a V. What kind of affair is it? Because it's screaming to me that it's some kind of political affair. If it is some Cold War related thing, then ending in a V isn't too unbelievable. Brezhnev, Mendeleev, Kiev. Could be go, could be do, could be to, could be so. Strange could be odd, could mean you do it backwards. I think song is gonna be aria. I think that might be a thing. Cheat death. And what's a minor buzz? That's not a hum, a cricket, a thrum, a cheap? Is that a minor buzz? A minor buzz is a cheap something. Ah, there it is. Been looking for the wrong literal the whole time. Ice is chill. And then it's just an anagram of the rap inside it that gives you a cheap thrill, which is a minor buzz. So that's definitely something ing. And what's this? Does that mean I guessed this tree? Araucaria? And would that mean that artificial skin is AL? Where's that extra A come from? And also, is that even a word? Now, when you get down to this stage and you just say, well, it's completely arbitrary, isn't it? Because I already got all the cross letters and I don't know what it is. So, and also, this is just lizardry. Oh, we're so close. Now all I can see is valence. To be this close in a night, in an hour 40, I'm very happy with it. Or I can ask for help. As I said, when I got to this stage would just collaborate and then we get through it, but I don't want to because I know I can do it on my own. I just made up this tree, didn't I? Let's find out if it's a thing. It's at least Googling time. Hello, hello. What have we here? Monkey puzzles? Aw, that's a much more fun way to say it. I have just learnt a tree. A pine tree is shot, the second half of the word, and then done comes first. Sunny? It is. It's a sunny disposition. So done is up, and that comes first. And then if something's shot, it's beat. Such good word choice. Alright, did you all have that? What are you saying? Did I put 13 across in? People in the chat telling me that Anniel is probably right. So is it just An at the start, A-N, and then injured leg in seconds is the N and the E because they're the second letter of injured and leg respectively. And then artificial skin is A-L, and that's a word for strengthen, is it? Alright, fine. Making that up just like I made up Araucaria. And this must be lizardry. I'm sure it's an exhibition of pluck. Then again, sure it's an exhibition of pluck. Is genius gonna be the literal? Doesn't really work as an adverb, does it? I want to do it. I don't care. I want to do it. The clock ticking isn't helping. I just know I can do it. All of these have been an absolute delight, and I don't want to rob myself of any more of those joys, like from getting Daedalus, or Square One, or Corroborate. Oh, they were all great. And if I do it on my own, then I get that feeling again. And if I even get the slightest hint or nudge towards these, and then when I get them, I'm like, oh yeah, oh that's good. But I don't get the good chemical gushing to the receptors the way I do with the other ones. I'm an addict. I'm talking about this in a very unhealthy way. I enjoy this slightly too much. It will be disturbing to watch that back when I edit it, to realize the depths of my affliction. If it is an anagram of smart, what do you get? Mastery? It's not going to be that. Is it? Oh, people are yelling at me in the chat. I can't do it when you watch. This is like trying to nail a reverse park when there's people standing on the sidewalk. Stop it. You've all been able to collaborate. Damn it, alright, fine, give me a hint. What do you got? Don't yell at me. Or genius is the literal? Lizardry is close? That's not going to help me. That's only going to throw me off the scent. Oh no. Alright, so my first thought being that a monitor perhaps is a lizard, and then it loses its face. So you take the L off, and that's injected into a word for twisted, which is rye. It's been lizardry the whole time. I should have just put it in. Genius? Wizardry? Geniuses can do cool things, but they're not wizards. Lizardry. Is it going to be odd? Set up and it holds off. It's going to be some old-fashioned phrase. Daring do, and it holds off. But off is a verb, an erring, and then daring do would be an exhibition of pluck. The phrase sounds like it's a thing. Nah. Alright. We got a minute left. Help me out, everybody. If it is Valence, what is it, Petrov? Petrov is your affair in 1954. So, the climax to fuel is L, and if you diminish it, you get V, because V is a fraction of L in Roman numerals, L being 50, V being 5. And does that mean that Valence is correct? That's the answer. Why? Thank you, team. I could have sat on Petrov for the rest of the weekend. So a sticker is a lance and VA is Virginia. So was just what I was thinking all along, but a short curtain of a lance? A short decorative dress. It was exactly what I was worried about. I'm back at my dad's house saying, it's in that room, it's on the bed. And he'd be like, what bed? It's like, the room, it's the bedroom, there's a bed in it. He's like, there's no bed in there. I'm like, are we talking about the same? We're standing looking at the same room and there's a bed right there. And he's like, oh, you're talking about that? No, that's a divan. Sure. Yeah. Valence would have fit fine. That is very cryptically clued. I'm gonna be honest, these two clues bring me no joy. I never would have got them. I don't know what these things are. It's the Petrov affair. Cold War. Ooh, an incident in Australia. There you go. Cool. I'm sure that would have been a big deal if I'd been alive then. What happened in this chat? Yeah, everybody getting real frustrated with me being so dumb. Oh, I need to look up annual. It obviously means to strengthen. So it's a scientific term? It's just what fit, isn't it? And it could have been annual, but no. You had to get all Tuesday about it, didn't you? Well, I think I might go to bed. Bye, everybody. See you next week.